peace. I need peace. It can never get better than this. Ooh, are my eyes deceiving me? Is that another Obsidian Order episode? Yes, sir, we're back. And look, maybe I was a little bit too harsh on the 117 part 1 update in my latest tweet. I obviously didn't take the fact that moss is freaking amazing into account. Look at this. This is right next to drying sponges for me. Ugh. Other than that, 1.17 is just UG blocks and useless mobs. Yeah, I said it. Leave me a nasty comment. Go ahead. Anywho, the OOS guys decided to update to 1.17 and I went ahead and gave it a go. Quick through the mini maze, then a trust fall, and instantly get teleported to 1.17 land, baby. Bought me some goodies, peeked at the goats, obtained some of this perp rock, and stole a moss block from Avalar. Don't worry, I gave it back. Then I took all that loot and went back to my ice cream factory and began working. But this wee ice cream cone has been a little bit busy. Even before 1.17 came out, I have done a little bit of work on the ice cream factory, primarily in the flavor factory, right? Obviously, this is the room where we introduce all the flavors into the ice cream, and I came up with this one and this one last episode. So we got mint chocolate chip and vanilla, nothing too fancy dancy. And then I asked you guys in the comments, what other flavors should we add? And you guys started out really well. I'll be honest with you. You started out pretty good and then just fell off completely. Sunfire, he went very traditional. He was like chocolate fudge swirl. Yeah, okay, I can back that. Right? But then we have Mr. Ander over here saying, of course, we should have mushroom flavor. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then Mr. Zoo Crafted, I believe. Yep, Zoo Crafted said we should have a zoo flavor. I asked him what that entailed. He said exactly what it sounded like. I don't think this is going to be our best seller, I'll be honest with you. But then Mr. Racecrafter came up and said bacon. I was like, okay, you know, it's not really a traditional flavor, but I can get behind it. I can understand a bacon flavor. And then this guy spawned. No one recommended this, but he just spawned in this vat. So now this is my creepy crawly ice cream flavor. He produces not the best tasting flavor, but it definitely packs a punch, you know what I mean? But by far, my favorite flavor suggested was by Miss Adela Butterfly, who said, Passion Fruit Soul. I love it. Honestly, this seems like a flavor, like if it was in an ice cream shop, I would order it Passion Fruit Soul. Get out of here. I love it. It's fantastic. But yeah, we worked on little details in this room. Like above, we have the flavor canister. You see it has the corresponding flavor attached to it. Like right here, the mushroom. That's the flavor canister. And that comes down here and it introduces into the vat. Because the piping of ice cream actually comes from behind. And then it wraps up and above and then comes back down and comes into these vats as well. So regular ice cream is being pumped into the back of the vats. The flavor additive is coming from these canisters. And this is now my flavor room. Oh, look at this too. I like this. It's like a little storage room here. I got more canisters just hiding in here. Just in case, you know, we run out of Passion Fruit Soul or something and we need new ones. I could go ahead and pack one of these full of Passion Fruit Soul. And then we have infinite Passion Fruit Soul. So thank you guys so much for the comments and telling me what flavors should be in these vats, but we still have 2 openings left, this one and this one. I need 2 more flavors. Are you guys going to be traditional flavorists, or are you guys going to give me something wonky? I'm leaning more towards the wonky thing. I think that's that's more down your guys' alley, yeah? But now it's time to introduce the 1.17 blocks. Right? I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of a majority of the blocks. Copper, I could do without it. All the ore textures and all that stuff, just not about it. I could do without almost anything. But that moss block, I love the moss block. The moss block by far. You're a winner in my book. Yes, buddy. So I used a little bit of the moss block to fix up the cow pen. It looks absolutely beautiful. And now the cows have a little bit more to look at and play around in. You know what I mean? It's not just bland old dark, dark grass. In mesa biomes, it's impossible to get grass. You get in that dark grass and it's so gross and disgusting. So the moss just worked perfectly fine here. I love it. And then I'm going to do a grand reveal. I changed up the milking station. Look at this. This is now the milking station. I think this looks a whole lot better than it used to. It looked really bland. But now I can lead the cows into this area, milk them here, and then put the milk in these item hoppers, and then that goes down into the furnace, and then the freezer, and then that goes off to the flavor room. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And sometimes the cows just come over here to have fun. Hi, buddy. You want some hay? And another cool thing you could do with these moss blocks is that. I mean, I use shroom light, but really any kind of light will work. It works just as carpet. So I absolutely love it because there's a whole buttload of lights hidden in this area, but you can't really see any because there is this moss carpet on top of it. It's really cool. I can make a natural landscape now. And we don't need like people were arguing that we should have like half slabs of grass for the longest time. Well, now we don't need it. Now we could just have, you know, these guys. I believe there's one here. Okay. This has got me thinking, oh, we should have like a treasure hunt. Yes! Oh, there it is. We got it. We should have a treasure hunt mini game in the near future, right? You have this whole entire area full of mossy carpet, and you're only allowed to pluck one. But you gotta find the light source. Where's it at? Is it here? It is! Look at that. I found it first try. I don't know if that's gonna be an effective game, but it's got me thinking. I'm thinking. But surely that's not all I've done, right? Surely that's not all I've done with the 1.17 blocks, right? These new blocks have come into existence and me, Mr. Cranky Calamari, only does one little room? No, I think I went a little bit insane. I went a wee bit crazy. A lot has happened here. Let me give you the rundown. For starters, the basics are pretty obvious, right? I mossed the whole entire floor all the way through the laboratory areas. I put some moss on the walls here, so it kind of looks like the moss is growing up the walls on certain parts. It adds a little bit of a little bit of texture, a little bit of love to the walls, and it doesn't just look flat. Like if I just had it on the ground, it would look a little bit disconjointed, I guess you would say. But then I also added spore blossoms and these hangy down bits that I think makes this hallway look a little bit better. Every once in a while you see some drip leaves too. I'm pretty proud of those. I don't really know what to do with drip leaves as far as decoration goes, so I kind of used them like vines. I think it looks pretty cool, especially if you do like this one right here, where it kind of goes up to the roof and it just sits on the roof. It kind of looks like the roof is stopping it and that's where the vine is growing down from. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm excited to see what other people do with these drip leaves because I'm a little bit curious on what to do with them outside of like, you know, parkour. But if I go to the entrance to my laboratory area and I come down this way, I have an axolotl. Yeah, I put him in there. Look at him. He's a little lonely, but he's cute. Yeah, I went out and I grabbed him and I put him in this like cool little fish tank here. His name is Boxolotl. I don't know why. I just like Boxolotl. We call him Boxy. He's cute. But I also have another hole here. I want to put some tropical fish in here. Same design basically with the coral and the pickles and everything like that. But maybe we'll have some tropical fish over in this direction. But this adds a little bit of life to this entrance. You know, something to look at as you're coming in here. I think that's like a really cool addition. And I got to admit, axolotls. So cute. I'm ready for the warden to come, though. That's the cutest mob in the game for sure. Let's see, what else did I do? Storage unit. Yeah, I added a whole other line of boxes, which is funny because I'm not even using these boxes really. Like, other than, I think, these two boxes, all these guys are empty. So there's no reason to add another line, but I did it anyway just in case because all my stuff is unsorted. Eventually, I need to go through here and sort everything. I really do. So having these extra boxes is definitely going to be beneficial. I need to get done. I need to get doing that very, very soon. But I also made this little workstation here. It's got everything I need, you know, a little bit of an ender chest, which, by the way, I now have a couple shulkers here that are keeping all my goodies, like my valuables. I have it all here, and it looks a lot better in my ender chest. Instead of just having all my stuff in here, now it's consolidated into 2 boxes. I'm pretty happy with this. I like it. Obviously, there's more decoration that I want to do to this room, but I like it. Oh, one of the biggest things that I've done, right? I'm starting to prep, right? Because when 1.18 comes out, or when whatever part 2 is called comes out, I think the Obsidian Order is planning on updating, and we're going to be starting a brand new world. So I need to try my hand in making very starter projects, right? Or starter farms even. So one of the starter farms that I wanted to try out and see if I could even do is the smelting array. I think is what this is called. Basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. I put my coal in here, and I put my materials in there, and I flip those levers, and they go, and they put stuff into these furnaces. Those furnaces then cook whatever I put in there, and then that gets put into this barrel. Hey, look, extra iron. But if I did my math right, I believe there's 32 furnaces on this side and 32 furnaces on this side, total of 64 furnaces, and they all work super fast. I went on a huge mining expedition and got a whole buttload of that new iron that you can Fortune 3 pick now, and I put them all in these, and honestly, probably about 4 stacks of iron was done cooking in about not even 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. It's a beautiful thing, and this is definitely going to be one of the farms that I initially start with whenever we go into Season 2 of the Obsidian Order. This one's not the biggest thing, but, I mean, hey, I completed this side of the sugarcane factory, or whatever you want to call this, the hallway of sugar. I just basically replicated the same thing that was on this side, but I put it on this side because I had a crap ton of iron now, so I made all those hoppers and hooked it up, so now I have sugarcane on both sides of this. Eventually, I want this hallway to lead into a creeper farm, but you know what? I've been lazy, and I've been kind of putting that project off for a while. I want to make one. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe in like 2 days before the server switches to Season 2. Right? Hey! Who left my secret door open? Wait a minute. Oh, no, no, no. Did somebody find my secret entrance? They shouldn't have clicked vanilla. We were out of stock. It might have been me, to be honest with you. But I'm still angry about it. Still really angry about it. And the very last thing that I've worked on off camera is this guy right here, okay? Obviously, I mean, that's not going to stay there. It's not going to look like that. But I wanted to close it off because I've been working with bumblebees. And I've actually used a really cool design here by Cub Fan. He made this system where it does both. Glass bottles, or the honey bottles, and honeycomb. This side over here has the shears, and then this side over here has the the bottles, and then it switches back and forth, back and forth, back and forth whenever it fills up. So the first time it'll go shears, and the second time it'll go I did that again, glass bottles, and then the third time it'll go dispenser, and then back and forth, back and forth. And this design is really simple. It's not really that resource heavy, and it works obviously pretty good because this is the last thing I set up. I actually finished it today. So the fact that I already have 18 honeycombs and 5 honey bottles, hey, I'm a fan. The plan is to have 2 entrances into this room. So this is going to be one entrance, and the terracotta over there is going to be the other entrance. So we'll have 2 of these farms, a total of 6 bees. So we'll double our production from this one, and we'll just do a secondary one over there. And then we'll make it beautiful. I don't know what I'm planning on doing, but I mean, just having like a simple line here might do. Oh no, because I want to see more than that. I want to see that it's at least a bee farm. But you get what I'm saying, yeah? But that's all the updates. That's all the updates that I've done since last episode and now. Yeah, I've been working pretty hard this last week, but I want to do a little bit more. So today's project, or the end of this video's project, is going to be to make a north side secret exit. And let me show you what I got planned on right now. Because if you come down this way, past my cryogenic chamber, why am I having difficulty saying that? I have no idea. But you come down this hallway all the way to the very end, and you'll see I have something here that comes out over here next to Mantis's base. And I'm not saying I'm going to do anything nefarious, right? I'm not going to pick on Mantis, no way. But I would like to have an exit here. That way I could come over here and go visit her farm and go steal her crops. I mean, borrow her crops from time to time. And I don't have to like go through my factory or break out of my big old dome or whatever. I think it would be nice to have an exit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a fake little sewer system. I'm going to try. And I think we're in a good place. So let me introduce you to the north exit, okay? Nothing too fancy, but it is a sewer system, right? So if you open up this button, it's basically the same as the secret entrance back at the front, at the ice cream shop, right? But if you open this, it opens up a secret door to a sewer. And if you close it, it just closes just like that. That's the only button that works, but I put in a couple extra buttons, maybe to throw people off. I don't know. But look at this. So you view it from the outside, right? Like Mantis is going to see it and be like, oh, you know, Squid's just added a sewer system. Nothing too fancy, but what she doesn't know is it's actually a secret entrance to my base. There's a lot of mobs right now. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look crazy. It doesn't look like it's hiding a mass facility behind it, right? It's super simple, but super fun. And you just come in here and you just go, boop, and then you're in the laboratory. Just remember to close the door behind you, right? There is a couple things that I want to do now. I want to go ahead and spread this just like that. Yeah, that's perfect. And then let's close it. And what I want to do is I want to replace some of these blocks with some mossy, because that's what a sewer is, right? It's mossy, it's gross, and so we need a little bit of greenery in here so it's not just plain Jane grody mody, you know what I mean? Made up those words and I'm pretty proud of it, actually. And you know what? I don't want to add too many more. I think that's good, actually. Yeah, that's a good palette. Honestly, maybe if I switch out some of these stairs, can you make mossy stairs? I think you can. If you switch out some of these stairs, it might be pretty good too, so it's not just the regular blocks. But then I want to throw down some vines here. Bam. Oh, what? Oh, it's because I'm in a mesa biome. That makes a little bit more sense. I don't know if I'm going to like the lack of green in here. But yeah, you just throw down a couple of those, and once those grow, it's going to look super duper cool. I love it, guys. It's super simple. I understand. It's not really like, oh, wow, look at this massive build. But it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be a secret way so I can go to Mantis's base. Without having to go through my whole entire base. It's a quick exit, you know what I mean? But you know what, guys? I think I'm gonna call this one quits. I had a lot of fun. I've been up to a lot on the server recently, and I hope to do more videos. This one is a little bit different than normal because this was more of a recap of what I've done in the past week. I wonder if that's something you want to see, or would you rather me build stuff in front of your very eyes? I'm curious. Let me know down in the comments below. If you like what you see, please comment, like, subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Much love. I'll talk at you guys next one. Bye.